Do you hear what Congressman Wesley Hunt said about Christ? Watch till the end.
Listen, you should hire me. He said, why? I said, because I'm black.
Well, you can't have it both ways, and Jasmine and I just don't see the world the same way. I don't want to walk in a room and get a job because I'm black. I want to walk in a room and get a job because I'm qualified, because I am educated, because I have hard work, grit, determination, because I believe in this country. That's why I am a United States congressman in a white majority district that President Trump would have won by 20 points, and I just won by 27 points. And the reason is because of this. I am literally living Dr. Martin Luther King's dream by being judged not by the color of my skin, but by the content of my character. The people in my district don't see color. They see somebody that's going to represent this district to the best of their ability, regardless of what they look like. And I'll end with this. I see myself as an American. I'm a proud husband. I am a father. I am a veteran. I am an educated man. I am a follower of Christ. And I'm also a black man. I am very proud of it. But I am all those things before that, because the number one thing for me is being an American. And I love all my fellow Americans, regardless of race, religion, color, or creed, and we all should be treated fairly. Nobody wants a job based on the way they look. They want a job based on their...
This is exactly what our country needs more of: qualified leadership. Real Americans that love God number one, and then our country and our people. No wonder Texans love him so much. Thank you, Lord, for this man of God. Follow or subscribe for more great content.
When I tell y'all, he said her straight, I had to get this right. He snapped so bad, I'm over here like, yo. Yeah, let's talk about Jasmine Crockett for a second, but not for the drama. But for what she actually represents, because when the DEI hire co-signs Harris-Walz and then jokes about being unemployed, you're not looking at leadership. Well, it was Kamala who joked about being unemployed. You're looking at a system crashing under its own weight right now. Yes, Wesley Hunt, I mean, he just proved that, hey, the DEI hire collision needs to happen. He speaks on her owning his role, or on him owning his role through hard work and not just skin color, and Jasmine openly being labeled a DEI hire, and she hasn't exactly pushed back on that. I'm just saying. And we all know it goes deeper than race. It's about competence versus check boxes. The left celebrates representation but skips over qualification every single time. Real Texans voted for leadership, though, not symbolism. So I know TX30 and Sheldon, you know, if Crockett wasn't black and liberal, would she even have a platform speaking the way that she speaks? We always ask, is DEI push creating leaders or liabilities is the question that has been centered around this, and we can honestly see where it's leaning towards. Now, I want y'all to see how Jasmine. She gonna rep it herself. This is just, let's just suffer through it together.
You see it. I feel like this is the appropriate mood to start this video off with. So, real quick, if you just watched MSNBC, you probably saw me, and I did not have this amazing hat on, but it seemed so appropriate. I walked into the building after doing my hit, and I met a amazing public servant. This woman works for FEMA, and she decided that she wanted to tell me about what it is that they have been struggling with as FEMA workers. Now listen, people that work for FEMA are like next level special. These are people that go in when people are literally at their worst, and they are trying to do everything that they can to bring about some sort of calm and belief that help is already here and more help is on the way. Many of you may not know, some of you may know that I am from St. Louis, born and raised.
First of all, what the hell is she talking about right now?
Yes, I rep Texas, baby, but I am from the Lou. And my hometown was recently hit by terrible storms, and the most under-resourced parts of St. Louis got hit the hardest. FEMA has yet to show up, and it's not because people aren't willing to show up, as I just told you. It's because this administration fails to recognize.
Are you serious? You know what? I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't even want to waste my time trying to debunk this claim right here. I think I think we all know, as the new generation calls it, this is cap. And for my older generation who didn't want to hear that, this is lies right here.
What it is that they need to prioritize, which is the people. So while I, work my darndest to hold them accountable, I want y'all to know that Black-led organizations have been standing in the gap for the entire region. The People's Response has already served thousands of families with cleanup, meals, and giveaways. You can support Action St. Louis and the People's Response by visiting actionstl.org/tornado. Donate, volunteer, and let the people know we've got their backs. Just know whether we're talking about St. Louis, Kentucky, North Carolina, Arkansas, I believe as an elected representative in the United States government, it is my job, it is my obligation, both moral as well as what I've been elected to do, to serve you, the people. So just know I'm going to keep fighting. But in the meantime, know that there are organizations that are standing in the gap to make sure that no one slips through the cracks. God bless y'all.
Trump record includes rapidly deploying FEMA during major crises like Hurricane Harvey in Texas in 2017, Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico in 2017, and 2020. Critics note that under Obama, FEMA's response to certain disasters like the Baton Rouge floods in 2016 was seen as a delayed and underwhelming. Trump streamlined funding via executive orders and took steps to reduce bureaucracy red tape by bypassing lengthy congressional debates. Crockett proudly wears the hat and ignores the failures of the Democrat Party. She rambles through the speech with no clear purpose or solution. I feel like this is branding over substance, political cosplay, if you will. Voters want results, man, not rehearsed slogans and campaign merch. Although, Trump do got the best merch. Oh, man, but the claim you for the undeserved but align with two of the most disconnected politicians in America. What did exactly Harris do, and Tim Walz for that matter, that Crockett is proud of? Like she's just pushing polished party loyalty at this point. I want y'all to see this clip about Kamala joking about being unemployed. It pissed some people off, though.
As I said, I think your best work is ahead of you for sure, 100%. I am unemployed right now. No one must speak truth. As I said, I think.
Jokes about being jobless. Meanwhile, I'm going to take the liberal route in terms of spinning the narrative. Meanwhile, Americans are losing jobs for real, and they're not laughing. I mean, the DEI queen went from VP to punchline in this clip right here. Oh, man. I don't understand. Is this why Jasmine Crockett is probably backing her right here? I want y'all to see this. Because the media blasts Kamala for $500K speech. Y'all see that? Scott News Australia tore into former Vice President Kamala Harris for being the chief speaker at the real estate event in Gold Coast, where she was reportedly paid $500,000 to essentially chuckle on stage and make jokes about being unemployed. The former vice president was in Australia Sunday to speak at the Australian Real Estate Conference, where she sat on the stage with real estate industry veteran John McGrath and spoke about her mother, Playboy magazine covers, hormones, and being unemployed right now. Sky News digital presenter Gabrielle Power called Kamala Harris a comedian as she asked comedian and commentator Alex Stein to comment on Harris's Australia outing. Quote, she can't do anything worse than spending $1 billion on her presidential campaign and somehow ending up $100 million in debt, Stein said, adding that he double-checked whether Kamala Harris ever visited Australia when she was the vice president, and the answer is no. Quote, I wonder why she's there now. I know why she's there now. She is there for money. Stein said, quote, Kamala Harris is not having very good job prospects or many offers here in America that are that great. So what is she going to do? She's going to go to Australia. Stein said, what could be the purpose of this? You got international media, including Australia, outlets slamming Kamala right now. $500,000 to say I'm unemployed right now at a real estate event. Ooh. What Kamala Harris said at the real estate event. Quote, my mother was actually very funny because she would say, you look at the corner of Playboy magazine. Let me just tell you the reason that people are looking at these things, understand what they are developed for, the perpetuation of the human species. She was very practical in that way. Kamala Harris said and began laughing. This is hard to sit through, hard to read versus let alone sit through. I mean, quote, I don't aspire to be humble and I don't recommend it. I think that I don't aspire to be humble and I don't recommend it. I think that one must be humble, but to aspire to be humble would be quite inauthentic. She said on Humanity, if one understands that there's so much that is magnificent and look, they was mad at her, okay? I ain't finna sit here and do this. Yeah, man. It's just, what? I'm over like, not that I can't read the words. It's just like, huh? All right, come on. We almost there, y'all. All right. If one understands that there's so much that is magnificent and awe-inspiring about this world and its people. When the moderator said he believed that Kamala Harris's best work is ahead of her, for sure, Harris said, quote, I am unemployed right now. Go on. Let's speak truth. Oh, man. She went there to get some money, y'all. How much longer can people justify this type of behavior? Anywho, Walz gives illegals benefits and the state goes broke. Yeah, this is who your girl is, Crockett is backing.
Governor Walz and the trifecta in Minnesota, the last legislative session, gave illegals free health care. It's called MinCare, free driver's license, and free college tuition. Now we're out of money. Minnesota's out of money. It was $18 billion surplus, and Walz urinated it away to a $6 billion tax increase on Minnesotans. Now it's a legislature where the Republicans, they're half and half in the House, so they have to work in a bipartisan way. Right now, Governor Walz understands we're in dire straits. He now wants to, rightfully so, kick or get rid of illegals on Medicaid in Minnesota. And his base is they're protesting him, etc. I mean, in my opinion,
that's what he get.
Governor Walz has been a really, really a disappointment, and that's the best I can say for Minnesota. And I will tell our listeners today that you ought to appreciate Minnesota because we took one for the team last election.
Yeah, man. This is Pete Stauber, I believe. But he's exposing the Minnesota spiral at this moment with Tim Walz and these illegals getting free everything. Even Tim Walz is over here saying he's tired of it right now a little bit, huh? Driver's license, healthcare, college tuition on taxpayer backs. $18 billion surplus down to a $6 billion tax hike. Yeah, no wonder Walz's base is turning on him right now, just like every Democrat is. And Crockett endorsed this man. DEI hires and, well, let me say this, DEI and woke economics, they ain't helping at all. They not benefiting. They collapse in the states, if you ask me. How does a surplus vanish so fast? Anybody bagging is allowed to keep a seat. How? You don't have to wonder anymore. This is the fruit of DEI politics, y'all. Jasmine Crockett didn't just benefit from it. She's promoting it. But what it's doing to the states and to our economy and to the trust in leadership in America, that's the real cost, man. And we the ones paying. We the ones paying for it. Appreciate y'all for checking in yet again. Y'all be safe. Go check on somebody today. You could be saving their life. Peace.